Well, it's always a bit of a toss-up when it comes to December weather across the Golden Horseshoe. Look at Lake Ontario yesterday, Stony Creek, looking inviting. You almost wanted to sit down on a rock and enjoy some coffee. But as you look up to the skies, the mackerel sky moving in, you know a system is on the way. And that is where your forecast across the Golden Horseshoe begins. It's Saturday, December the 9th. This is Weather AM. Everything you need to know about your forecast across the GTA. It's coming at you right now. The first thing I can tell you is it certainly doesn't feel like December today. As we take a look at some of these conditions, wow, pretty impressive. We are talking 9 degrees above normal in the city of Toronto, 12 degrees above in Hamilton. The record for today is 13.9 at Pearson. So we could meet it, we could come close, we could fall just short. It's going to be one of those right up to the last second, maybe a tiebreaker for us. Niagara Falls, 15 degrees today. We'll see those temperatures down in Windsor. So what we're looking at is southwesterly flow. That's really driving up the temperatures. And with that, it's also pulling in some moisture. We're going to see the cloud cover build throughout the day today across the Golden Horseshoe. We'll start to see rain a little bit earlier down in London and Brantford, closer to dinner time, bedtime, up towards Barrie and Gravenhurst. So for the bulk of the day, considering it's so warm, you actually do have ample time to get outside across the Golden Horseshoe. Really nice conditions in my opinion. Maybe not so nice if you're trying to get into the Christmas spirit, if you're having an ornament building day or a cookie decorating day. Yeah, the rain's not going to look too pretty as you look out the window this evening. A fresh nighttime snowfall, that's more my aesthetic for this time of year. 10 degrees this evening. Incredible to see temperatures this warm in an evening in December. The overnight temperatures, these remain warmer than what our daytime highs should be, 7 in Toronto. The rain will continue through the overnight. We're likely to wake up tomorrow morning and still have some rain in our backyard, but that rain will slowly clear as we go throughout the day on Sunday. So Sunday morning here, 6 degrees in Toronto. The rain pushing out, moving out towards Ottawa through Montreal. Cloud cover still lingering with us and colder air rushing in. That's really going to be the name of the game as we go in through Sunday and then especially Monday. So those daytime highs falling throughout the day on Sunday, and then Monday we're back with some colder air and the potential for some snow squalls. I'll talk about that snow in a second. As we wrap up the potential for rain, and the rainfall totals generally about 5 to 10, but you can see just how mild this system is. It is bringing rain all the way up into Timmins and Moosonee, Ontario. This is really a rare system, a rare track for this storm to take going into December to bring rain all the way up to the north. As we go into Sunday afternoon, cloudy day, temperatures dropping. Remember, the overnight low was 7. Sunday afternoon, we're down to 5. So we will see that daytime high just fall through the day. And then Monday, we're back into a taste of winter. This is more like it. This is a seasonal day for us. So as we look at the potential for snow, essentially, again, the GTA in our little weather bubble, we're not going to be seeing any accumulating or really shovel-worthy snow within the city of Toronto. However, some places like Burlington may pick up a couple flurries, Hamilton as well. The lake effect snow engine will be going as the colder air moves in, that northwesterly flow. So if you have any travel plans that take you skiing maybe up towards Barrie, you will be driving into some snow. Now, I'll just quickly show you here the 7-day forecast for a place like Toronto. A little bit of a temperature roller coaster, but you can see no real Arctic air is on the way as we go over the next 7 days. Now, if you have some time, I would love it if you could stay with us. Do you remember this story? We showed you this story a couple weeks ago here on the Weather Network. Peter, he moved here from Uganda. He had a viral TikTok video of him seeing snow for the first time. Well, one of our clients wanted to surprise him with a massive giveaway, and that story is next. You're watching In the Know, and right now I want to create a full circle moment here on the Weather Network. I want to do some follow-up. Do you remember this video? Peter, he moved from Uganda to Magog, Quebec back in the summer, and he just experienced his first snowfall. His partner Marie captured it. She put it on TikTok. Millions and millions of people, they loved the video. So I had to reach out to Peter and Marie. I interviewed them. We shared the story with you here on the Weather Network. Well, one of our clients here at the Weather Network, they saw that video, and they could not pass up the opportunity to surprise Marie and Peter with something really special. And our Weather Network cameras, they were there to capture the whole thing. So here's a look at the report we put together.
We know Marie and Peter will be making memories outdoors with the right gear.
So I'm really feeling great. to be here in this place.
We love a feel-good story here at the Weather Network. Marie and Peter, we can't wait to see what you'll conquer next.
We love that story. You never do know who's watching, who's listening, right? And that truly was just such an amazing moment for Marie and Peter. Now, they live in Magog, Quebec, which is in the south outside of Sherbrooke. So all of that amazing winter gear that they got, well, I'm sorry to tell you, into Sunday, you're not going to need it. You're actually going to need rain boots, because look at this. As the system tracks through the region, we could be seeing 20 to 30 millimeters of rain, but keep that amazing gear from Sporting Life on standby, because look at all of the snow that's coming in. We will be seeing upwards of 20 to 30 centimeters of snow throughout that region. So the way that this system comes in, it draws in a ton of warm air, a ton of Gulf moisture, and then here comes all of that snow. So that snow will be falling through Sunday overnight and then in through Monday. Now, this storm will be impacting millions of Canadians. We're already starting to see it move rain up into places like Sault Ste. Marie and Timmins. These regions in December usually into snow. So you can see the track of this storm pulling in all of that warm air. It's really changing the precipitation type here. Throughout the afternoon, Windsor, London starts to get into some rain. Around dinner time, Toronto's into it. Through the overnight, rain for Ottawa. Here comes the rain for you, Marie and Peter. Throughout the Montreal region, Quebec City, this is all into Sunday morning. The heavy rain still with Quebec City into Sunday evening, but the cold air, it is quickly coming. And we look at that large swath of snow moving in. You can see Atlantic Canada up and towards Labrador. This will be a really interesting system. Labrador City into Monday evening and Tuesday, expecting a lot of snow with this. We're still sort of pinpointing a lot of those numbers as they start to come in. So Southern Ontario, Snowbelt regions definitely could see more snow with this. Places like Kincardine, about 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. But remember, we're also going to be dealing with rain throughout a lot of these regions too. Timmins, for example, you're going to be looking at that snow, then back into rain, back into snow. So a big temperature contrast essentially as these two big air masses battle it out. Now, Atlantic Canada, Monday into Tuesday, this story will be with you. And look at the winds, widespread across Nova Scotia and the Fundy Shores, over 100 kilometers an hour, with temperatures into the teens. Temperature check right across the country. Where is that cold polar air? We look up towards the north. We track those really bright purple blobs. Here it comes into Monday right across Manitoba. Eventually, we'll see that air more modified filter in across northern Ontario, northern Quebec, up towards Labrador City. And then look, Alberta hinting that temperatures are likely going above the freezing mark later on this week. Let's take a look at some of those numbers, though, on Monday. And I can confidently say I have not seen a video like that come into the Weather Network before. It's great to have you along with us. It's Saturday morning, December the 9th. You are watching the Weather Network. And yes, we have some nice, calm, clear conditions happening today right across the prairies. Winnipeg waking up to some fresh snow, but that will be a distant memory by the time we get into the afternoon. Another big story that's developing today, well, that's the freezing level story within BC. Around 550 today. So that puts places like YVR at the potential of seeing a few flurries, as we do have a bit of a rainy system affecting you throughout Saturday morning and into the afternoon. Now, as we take a look at some of those temperatures across Alberta, pretty beautiful day today and into tomorrow. Lots of sunshine right across the province. We'll feel that sunshine as well throughout Saskatchewan. I don't think anyone will complain much about this kind of weather, especially for December. This looks pretty good. And Manitoba, you are in that same category. Looks like on Monday into the north of Manitoba up to Thompson, we may see a couple flurries, and then minus 18 for Tuesday. That's quite a big temperature drop. Now, the big temperature drop eventually will affect a lot of people across Ontario, Quebec, and into Atlantic Canada. But before we get there, we have a lot of snow and rain to deal with. This was the snow that was in Winnipeg earlier overnight, really clearing this morning. Now it's in through the northwest of Ontario. We also have a Texas low coming up, bringing a little more additional moisture. And then all of this is going to transition into rain. It's a bit of a complicated system. And then by late Sunday into Monday, it will be with you in Atlantic Canada. So you can consider this the calm before the storm. Oh, this really is such a special time of year. So find that local market that's happening in your backyard and spread some Christmas cheer. Now, the beach almost looked just as inviting this week. Look at that sky, the mackerel sky moving in. That is Mother Nature in the clouds telling us that active weather is on the way. And your forecast across the Golden Horseshoe, it begins right now. It's Saturday, December the 9th, and you are watching the Weather Network, Weather AM. I am Rachel Schoutsen. A new branding, a new feel here on the morning show, but still the great accurate forecast that you expect from us here at the Weather Network. And today, well, let's talk about normal temperatures in December, because these numbers behind me, this is anything but normal for the 9th day of December. We're 10 degrees above normal in the city of Toronto. The record for this date is 13.9. So the forecast is 12. We're going to get pretty close to that. Down towards the Niagara region, temperatures around 15 degrees. Chatham, Windsor, 15 degrees. This system bringing in some windy conditions, yes, pulling in a lot of mild air. Gulf moisture eventually will be associated with this. We're looking at a storm that will be impacting millions of Canadians. Started in Alberta, moved through Winnipeg. Today is the Ontario, Quebec kind of day, and it'll linger into tomorrow too, and then eventually it'll be out in Atlantic Canada. So as we focus in on some of the winds, the GTA proper, Golden Horseshoe, maybe around 30 kilometers an hour, not really that breezy. Some of the stronger winds will certainly be along the shores of Huron and then down towards places like London. For the GTA, again, winds easing as we go through this evening. You'll feel a bit of that breeze today, though, and that's what's really helping to usher in some of this warm air. Now, we know that we will see some precipitation, and you know, with temperatures about 10 degrees above seasonal, this is not going to be falling as snow. So as we await the rain, a lot of cloud cover develops and builds throughout the day today, but here's a snapshot just towards the evening hours between 5 and 8 p.m. That's really when the rain starts to filter in across the Hamilton, the Niagara region, down towards Toronto, up and towards Barrie and Gravenhurst. So this is where things start to get wet. So if you have a Christmas party tonight, you certainly aren't going to be totally feeling like you're being transported to the North Pole, let's say, with this kind of weather. It's always nice for some fresh snow when you're going to a Christmas party, but hey, 10 degrees in rain. If you don't love driving in snow, I'm sure you're saying, hey, Rachel, I am fine with this one. As we take you through the overnight, temperatures dip a little bit, but still, these overnight lows are still warmer than what the daytime highs should be. The rain stays with us Saturday overnight. You can see that as we collect some rainfall here in the GTA, we're not talking huge amounts, generally about 5 to 10 millimeters. A lot of it will be cleared up by the time we get into Sunday morning. Still some sprinkling of showers generally across the GTA, clearing first out towards Brantford and Hamilton, and then eventually following east out towards Toronto and Oshawa. Sunday morning, we're still 6 degrees in the city of Toronto. Temperatures a lot cooler as we go into tomorrow. Rain clearing out, and then look, as the colder air rushes in, lake effect snow is back. So yes, we will be getting some weather from the North Pole. I know right now we're starting to think, okay, Christmas is coming. We need a good solid base of snow on the ground, right? So cold air returns Sunday afternoon, 5 degrees in the city of Toronto, and then Monday, only 1 for that daytime high. If you stay with us, we'll talk about where the storm is going next with meteorologist Rhythm Reet. Big impacts for Quebec and Atlantic Canada. You are watching the Weather Network, your best source for active weather right across the country. We have a lot to talk about heading through eastern Canada. The system started here throughout the prairies. Fresh snow this morning right across Winnipeg with a daytime high of -6. So you bet some of that snow will be sticking around. But what is happening next? This is where things start to get really interesting as Gulf moisture comes into the picture. The collide with frigid cold air. You know there is going to be some drama in this forecast, and meteorologist Rhythm Reet here to spill all of the details. Rhythm, let's talk about all the different types of systems that are coming in, because this forecast, it's a bit confusing to track.
Oh, absolutely. And with the Alberta clipper that has come on through, the next impact is going to be northern Ontario. Now, we're taking a look at the forecast. Some snow towards areas of the west, but right as we head towards the afternoon, then that Texas low, a second low making its way across areas of Ontario, is going to be bringing in showers, but also warmer temperatures across Ontario. December, we are getting into those teens. Now, that snow across areas of the Trans-Canada Highway will be lingering as we head towards Sunday as well. But Rachel, I want to take a look at those temperatures across southern Ontario.
Wow.
11 degrees in Toronto in the middle of December. it's a bit too much for me. I'm really trying to get into that Christmas spirit.
I 100% agree with you, Rhythm. And think about all the people who want to do the Christmas shopping this weekend or put up the Christmas lights, for example. We know that the winds will be strong when you get temperatures that high too, right?
Exactly. And with this, we have another system coming in, because with these warmer systems, we have a cold front right behind it. That's going to usher in another system of showers right across area on Sunday for southern Ontario. Now, the same system is headed all the way up towards Quebec, starting with showers across areas of southern Quebec. And as we head towards Monday morning, that's when that transition to snow is going to be coming in, and it's going to be wet snow and quite a bit of snow as well. We're taking a look at the totals. Areas across the eastern townships can be looking at anywhere between 20 to 30 centimeters. Ottawa closer to those 5 to 10, and the further north we head, well, the more snow up towards areas of Quebec, getting close to 30 centimeters as well.
And that's really that Gulf moisture coming into play, right? Fueling a lot of those snowflakes. That's going to be some big, thick, shovel-worthy snow in places like Quebec City. Now, Rhythm, southern Ontario doesn't really see a lot of snow to start with this system, but as the cold, frigid air rushes in, well, that sets up something else.
Well, we have that lake effect machine right up and running right behind it, Rachel. As that cold front moves away, Monday is going to be the day for us. Monday morning, that cold, frigid air going over the lakes that still haven't frozen over completely, ushering in some squalls as we head across areas of the western end of southern Ontario, even stretching all the way down to Niagara. When we're taking a look at the totals with this snow, we're looking at areas of Godred stretching all the way down to near London, getting 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. But for some reason, right across the GTA, we are still just in this boundary of no snow sticking around.
That's why the property taxes are so high in the GTA. Somehow we are just saved by all of that snow. Now, Rhythm, Atlantic Canada will be eventually facing this system, and the wind is really going to make one of the top headlines.
We're going to get rain across areas of Atlantic Canada, but exactly those winds as we head across Monday evening are going to be very gusty, gusting all the way up to 100 kilometers an hour in most areas, and even over in a lot of other areas like Yarmouth.
All right, as this system continues to unfold across eastern Canada, remember, here at the Weather Network, we're your best source as we track it. Thanks so much for sticking here with us. Some of your headlines coming up right now. Frigid air and Gulf warmth, they battle it out. And you know, when you get two air masses like this, we're going to see some storms. A clipper, Texas low, snow squalls to follow, and then a cold front brings a snowy Saturday to British Columbia. Freezing levels going down to about 500 meters, and that's putting places like Comox, YVR, the potential of seeing some flurries today. It's great to have you here. This is just the start of your weather story. We have so much to cover as we look right across our beautiful country today. Winnipeg, fresh snow on the ground this morning, -6 as we go into the afternoon. All of that snow moving out, though, because the big story is setting up across Ontario. We've got the clipper coming in. We also have a Texas low playing a role. We've got huge rainfall happening within the south, even rain up to places like Chapleau and Timmins and Sudbury, but then that will be followed by snow. There is a lot of moving parts going on with this big system that's heading across Ontario today. This is a snapshot of Saturday afternoon, showing you just how mild it is. We will be seeing rain all the way up towards Timmins. That rain will swing across the south. Toronto will get into it tonight. Ottawa through the overnight. Heavy drenching rainfall up and down the St. Lawrence, and then all of that is followed within Quebec with about 20 centimeters of snow. Atlantic Canada will be getting into this as well, and don't worry, we've got all morning long to be here with you as we explain this big weather story.